See what's going on, where we could possibly bounce, and how far, if we're going to get a pullback, how far it could possibly be. All right, so first off, let's move over here and just take a quick look at the crypto bubbles, see what's going on today. Got a couple things doing decent. Wow, Pica, holy cow, jeez, this thing just launched or something, like literally. 7 a.m. March 21st. Yeah, today. Um, this goes back to March 21st, March 20, yesterday. Okay, holy cow. Wow. Plus 30,000. What is this? For the day, plus 30,296%. Oh my gosh. What is it? That's a 30. That's a 302x. 1,000% is a 10x. Yeah, that's a 302% in one. Wow, holy cow! For the day, for the last 2 days, a 424x. Wow. All right. Well, if you could be super careful, guys. If you go jump, this thing literally. I refreshed my bubbles. I wasn't expecting that, but wow, be very very careful. It's something that's up 302% in a day. Not saying you can't jump in and make some money, but wow, I would just be very very careful. This thing could also go down. 200% a day. It depends on what. Let's take a look real quick. I'm just really curious now. Does this thing have a chart? I can't even imagine what it would look like. Let's, where are we at here? Trading view. Let me see here. Let's see if it does go to chart. Pica. What is that? Is that like a, what's it called? Pica. Yeah, it does. Picasso Network. Let's take a look at this thing. Is this the same? No, this ain't the same thing. Pica. Picasso. No, I don't. Pica. I spelled that right? Oh, Pika. I apologize. Let's see. Pica wrapped ETH. Pica USDT. Pikachu. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, daily. This isn't a very good, obviously that's not a very good chart. Anyway, let's move on here. Yeah, you can see that there. That's up 320x for the day, so just be, super careful if you go getting into anything like that. 24-hour liquidations, 224.3 million. It's down 2%. Open interest, 68.3 billion. That's down 2%. And 24-hour volume, 210.4 billion. That's down 9%. Pretty flat. Very little difference here in long and shorts. They're both right about even. Yeah, they pretty much are even. All right, if we come over here, back over to these charts. First, Kaspa Explorer. Let's take a look over here. The petahash is up a little, 191. I think that's the highest we've seen it. Approaching that 200 hash rate. That's pretty awesome. Haven't seen any difference in this though. Not really. Unless you really sit here and watch it, for, see 1.4, 1.4. Doesn't change a whole lot, which I'm a little bit, want to see them transactions per second, blocks per second go up like they talked about. I just don't see a steady flow there like we'd like to see. Let's take a look at the address distribution here. Last few days. Looks like last 24 hours minus one whale. Added some dolphins and some fish. The dolphins 100,000 to a million. That's a decent wallet right there, for sure. All right, nothing major here. Minus one whale, probably ended up going down and becoming a, well, last 24 hours. No, I was gonna say maybe he ended up becoming a shark. Well, it's hard to say. I can't pitch an 10 million to 100 million. That's a big wallet there. Last 30 days we're down 11, and down 11 sharks plus 4 humpback, and minus that one Aquaman. We had one. All right, over here on Bitcoin, let's take a look at this first, because obviously this runs the market. On the 4-hour, this thing's having a hard time keeping this trend line. You can see the trend line coming down through here, just bouncing right on it. I mean, if Bitcoin is going to bounce, if you put a fib on this, really not any better time than now. Getting right at that 702 Fibonacci pullback level. See if we zoom in here. Right on that area. I mean, like I said, if it's going to bounce, now's the time. Looks like an ABC down right there. And, we're expecting a push up to this level up here. Came up, our level was up at the 618, up about 68.8. Ended up coming up to 68.280, right around there. So didn't reach our 618 fib level even, which is kind of strange. I mean, even Kaspa didn't reach that. So maybe we're going to get a bounce here. You can see a trend line starting on this thing. Right through here, you got 3 touches right there. 1, 2, 3. Maybe it bobs down into here and bounces up out of here. The RSI's, the 4-hour coming down. The 8-hour, you can see it's trying to stretch itself out here and turn up. You can see that it's not straight down. The 12 just flipped over bearish, a 45 and a 48, and the daily is still bullish, 18 and a 16, and of course the weekly still bearish, and the monthly still up at them 100s. I can't help myself sometimes. I try not to taint my own look on the market, but I do watch a little bit of crypto shows, I guess, now and then, and some of them out there, they talk, that possible, getting, a third of the way through the market or whatever. Quite honestly, I just don't even think we're close. We haven't had the Bitcoin halving yet. If we come down and look at these charts, the total, what I want to show you is the total 1 and the total 2, and then we're going to go over there and take a look at Kaspa. But if you go out on a weekly, all right, we are not even through the 7. We're at the 702 right now on the crypto total market cap. The total market cap. We have not taken out the previous all-time high yet. This is where it's at. And it has a projected target. We are at, what are we at now? 2.3 trillion. The projected top for this thing is up at 10.4. All right, so you can see where that's at right now. I mean, back here, the last bull run, we didn't take out the previous all-time high. I put a yellow line here. That wasn't until, what was it, December, right around December 2020. Okay, and then of course we didn't top until, just November, December of the next year. All right, so but right when we took out the previous all-time high, it took a year after that for Bitcoin to top. All right, does this ETF have something going on here? By the time this takes out this, it's hard to say where it'll be at here. We got, like I said, we got the halving coming up. This ETF may be, threw us early into an early start, but look at the total too. This is excluding Bitcoin. We haven't even gone through the 618 yet. We wicked up through it, but we're right at the 50% retracement here. So we're not even close as far as I'm concerned with taking out anything. Back here once again, we didn't take the all-time high out until it was about February of 2021, and we ended up topping with the altcoins in November of 2021. All right, so February You got February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. 10 months later, we ended up topping out with the altcoins when we took out the previous all-time high. We haven't even done that yet. All right, so I just want to give you guys a little bit of reassurance, I guess, that, you know, if you're late to, you're not late to the party yet. You know, once this starts taking out all-time highs, then I guess I would, you know, consider you a little bit late. But you know, there's still lots of money to be made in the market. All right, I want you to understand that, and you know, I see a lot of FUD out there about stuff about possibly Bitcoin topped out, you know, just all kinds of crazy stuff. Don't even believe that. Don't even read into it too much. It's clickbait is all it is. You know, if we come over here on Kaspa, let's go in on a, let me get my other chart here. There we go. All right, let's open this up and take a look at this thing. All right, get this blue line off here. Alright, if we take a look here without anything even on this thing, alright, you can see obviously we broke resistance right there. Let me get this out of here. Alright, ended up, yeah, it says they're doing maintenance right now. I can't take down any of my alarms. I tried to. This obviously a break. You know, it looks like possibly a pullback and a retest, maybe, going on here. You know, you see it, that's on the 12-hour. Of course, if you zoom in closer, you know, you can see a wave 1, 2 right here, 3, 4, and I want to show you something here because this is pretty interesting. If you really zoom in on this thing, all right, you can see the wave 1, 2 right here. Hang with me. Trend-based fib. All right, if you get a measurement here of this thing, oops. What down here? There we go. Close enough. But anyway, it ended up doing 5 waves right here. Okay, right out front here. You got, show you these here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Then right in here, I measured this out. You have an ABC correction. Okay, A, B, C. All right. What does that mean? Well, it means possibly, you know, could be starting a wave 1, 2 right here and starting the next setup. That is a possibility of what's going on here. Now, obviously, that would have to do with Bitcoin getting a bounce, of course. You know, when I originally looked at this thing, it looked like, you know, this here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what it looked to me right off the bat, but it wasn't. Nothing even measured out right. You know, wave 5 should hit a 1.618. Didn't do that. Nothing. Nothing was measured out. Then I seen this ABC in here. That kind of made it a little bit clearer. Looks 5 waves up, ABC, and then you should continue on your way after that in the direction of the trend. All right, we'll see what happens here. You know, obviously, if this is a 1, 2, it could not take out. Let me get my pointer here. These always have a rough time. It could not take out this low right here. All right, or that would be invalidated. Obviously, you can retrace 99% of wave 1, but you can't retrace 100% of it. Obviously, we got a higher low in here. The question is, you know, is that a 1, 2, or is it not? All right, if we look at the, take a look at the RSIs, we got the 1 hour bouncing right now. We got the 4 hour rolling over 76 and an 87. You got the 8 hour doing the same thing, rolling over 86 and a 92. 12 hour 94 and 98. It's bearish, and then you got your daily still heading up. You know, which that's the thing there that makes me gives me hope that we still have some more room to the upside right here temporarily. You know, until we see if it's going to make it through the 618 or not. It hasn't hit the 618 yet. All right, so obviously that is going to have a lot to do with Bitcoin bouncing. If Bitcoin itself cannot maintain that trend line and get ounce from there, then everything's going to obviously pull back here. Let's get Bitcoin pulled up and see what, see if it's doing anything at all right now. Boy, where I'm at, it's supposed to be spring, and went down to 10 degrees last night. Absolutely crazy, crazy cold. Now tonight we're in winter storm warning, I guess. So we'll see what happens here. All right, yeah, still holding that trend. You know, you got a trend line started here. As long as it holds that trend line, you know, this thing would be all right. So we'll see what happens with it. Once that 4 hour, 25 minutes, and that thing will be down there closer to reset. The 8 hours trying to turn up. The 12 hour, boy, that could turn up again real fast. All right, and then of course the daily. That daily, it's bullish, an 18 and a 16, you know, so everybody could be thinking this thing's heading down to the 50s, and boom, there you go, wave 3. This would be a 1-2. This wave 3, it would move fast and hard. You know, that's your biggest wave, and this thing could really get going. What really makes me think that is not even coming up to this 618. You know, of course, what's that got to do for the rest of the market? That obviously is going to get everything going here. You know, this would be a that fourth wave pullback out of this whole move here. Let me show you this. All right, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that fifth wave up into it's up into the 80s, right? This was easier on a weekly. Let me get this measured out here. It's down. Is this where it was, or was it the whole way down here to 1, 2? Was it a monthly that was? Yeah, there we go. I'm sorry. I knew it was easier to get from somewhere. We got that wave 1 up, wave 2 retracement. Yeah, up at 89,000 bucks. There we go. That would be. This would all end up being a wave 1. And a 2. Now this pullback from 89, that could end up being hard. But the trend-based fib, 89,000, that would be 5 waves. Like I said, then we would get a big ABC correction after that. That could scare everybody for sure. You know, that could pull back maybe down here to 60,000 bucks. Hard to say, but I quite honestly, I think Bitcoin's going to pull a fast one on everybody right when they think this thing's ready to pull down. And this would be a 1, 2. This would be the third wave here, a 5 out of the 5th wave up. You get what I'm saying? So it would move fast and hard up here to 89,000 bucks. That would get that daily topped out and look for a pullback. But if it doesn't hold this trend, you know, expect a pullback down here. Best case scenario in the 57.5 to 59,500 bucks. If it doesn't hold that, it's going to get down to the low 50s. So hope Bitcoin holds this trend. All right, thank you so much, guys. I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you very, very soon.